just would like to go on record and saying that even if I married myself, it would be hard to be So I've listened to that 3 times, and that's the same thought that has popped in my head. When
I know I couldn't marry myself.
I couldn't marry me. That's a lot.
Yeah, I know I'm a.
I
know
annoy
I'm
myself. Okay, there are times where I'm looking at Feranda and saying, "Girl, please go sit down, chill out. It's okay. You're doing a lot."
So, do you think that from what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you need a partner
Mm-hmm.
to fulfill your highest potential?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I should answer that in an essay form because that was a
You should have.
yes or no.
Yeah, it was. It was a closed-ended question.
Closed-ended question. Yeah. Okay. Why would you say that? That's
Yeah,
what I
you should have said why.
Why do you?
Stop being an English teacher, please.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, we should do a little bit of a different intro, maybe.
Oh.
Do like
I'm gonna follow your lead, Henny.
no. Instead of us like introducing ourselves, it's like a name. Because everybody kind of does that.
Yeah.
Right or wrong. Like a lot of people go, like, "Hey, welcome to the such and such show. I'm such and such. I'm such and such." And
So
you
this
can
is
catch us
intro?
on all. You can catch us on all. Huh?
So this the intro?
No.
I mean, I think it's a good intro.
You think this one's a good intro?
Mhm.
All right. Well.
Since
y'all.
you say they already know who we are.
Yeah. Hey y'all, we're
You're
back.
just taking a lot for granted. Hopefully you'll put our names up or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you watch the last podcast, you can see that our names do show up at the bottom, like right here. You can see our
so
names.
now you're trying to
right
be
here.
funny.
And right there, you'll see her name. Yes. And we're back again for another episode. And that's when you got podcasting 101. Turn your phone on silent.
First off, why do you never have your phone on silent whenever the podcast starts?
They didn't hear that the last show. That was off-air work, and
either,
you just put.
Either way
you
it
just,
goes, you
just,
said that
it
last
was,
time.
It was off-air work that you should not have brought, and that was the past. See, the problem with women is,
well, first off, you brought off-air work on air this time.
How did I do
because
that?
it went off.
It's true.
Exactly. Okay. So that wouldn't even been a conversation past, present, or in the future if your phone was on silent.
Okay. I'm just hoping this thing doesn't go limp on me.
Y'all forgive him.
Trying to get my life together here.
Because he's over here on the struggle bus of life.
I am not. It's just
he has messed with his mic for the last 10 minutes and it still looked the same way the first time.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it so it's straight.
It's well, you might need to have a mic or a table on that side then. I don't know how that would work because I'm not the engineer.
Maybe next set. We'll do a different set next time. Whenever we record.
Okay.
Well, the next episode you guys see after this episode, we'll have a different set.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because no matter what, they're not going to miss a week.
Oh.
Even,
Y'all, he is being shady boots over here.
I'm not.
Y'all better not miss no episodes because you won't know our names.
I'm not.
You better not miss no episodes because then you won't see the new setup. Y'all just better not miss no episodes. Okay,
go ahead. What's your name?
I mean,
go ahead. We here now.
How about we introduce each other the way that the other person introduces themselves?
All right. Good. All right. Well, co-host over here.
I usually go first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, you usually go first.
No, you usually go first.
So you gotta go first.
Okay, so over here, my co-host.
That is not how he's doing a terrible job.
No, I'm saying I got to introduce you as.
Go ahead, hurry up.
Hi, I am Feranda.
No.
Wait.
I'm gonna do you way more justice.
Welcome to Relationship Status. Welcome back to Relationship Status. I am Feranda.
And my name is Yusuf in the building. Emphasis on building at all times. I should have let him do it this time because he actually has his voice back.
Yes.
So he could put the oomph behind it that he wasn't able to last
Yes,
week.
my voice is back. My voice is back in the building.
Yusuf and his voice is back in the building. Yeah, he was struggling. He was making me upset.
It was gone. It was gone last episode. Listen.
It sounded very painful.
It was painful. And you know the worst part is people want to talk to you. Like my phone, it rings a lot, but it don't really ring until I don't have a voice.
You don't have a voice.
And then it's like, it's painful to talk, but I'm trying to talk. And I'm exerting a lot of energy because I'm yelling.
Oh, so you have to
literally like yell.
And so they don't hear that and be like, well, I'm just gonna
call you back.
They don't say that.
No.
They say they got to get their point across. They call for a reason.
You can text me. Well, texting me is kind of iffy. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, you don't talk.
I don't talk.
No,
I don't talk on the phone.
No. I'm saying you don't talk about text being iffy.
No. I text. I text back.
Trying to get this day here together.
And I did it. I did my part. I told you what time I was gonna be here. That's all. We already had the rest of it planned.
Okay, you true. But there was no confirmation. I said, okay, then this time. And there was no response.
Am I a reliable person?
I would like to say that you show up when you say you're going to show up.
Do I do what I say that I'm going to do?
I would like to say that you do.
Don't like. You've known me for a long time. You can definitively say
I can definitively say, if you say you're going to be here, you're going to show up.
Okay, I told you what time. That's what the time was. Now, you try to get slick and change up the time.
I did not try to get slick and change the time.
But
I was just saying that because there was a window that we was trying to fit. And I was like, well, and then you said what you said. And then I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, and here we are.
And here we are on time.
And I got here on time, even though he messed with all of the equipment for another 30 minutes after I got here.
See, now you once again bringing up the past.
Just saying.
Now this is the past. We back in the past again.
I mean, it's not that far in the past. Not as far enough for it to have expired.
No, you're right.
But, But I'm here.
You are.
Here.
And the listeners are here.
Yes. And we're so grateful
CL is here in spirit.
Oh, what up, CL?
What up,
Shout
CL?
out to DCL. We got to hurry and get him back.
Yeah, man.
So y'all can laugh at that craziness. Because that's a whole act all by itself.
CL's a show by himself.
He is. He could be a one-man band.
I
would actually pay for it.
You would pay for it?
I would pay for it.
Okay. So soon we got Patreon coming up.
I mean,
CL, the one-man band. Put that on Patreon.
CL, the one-man band.
Put that on Patreon.
I'm telling you, I might pay $2.99. That's
that's a good point for a podcast. Patreon, $3.
Yeah.
$3 a month.
Yeah. No, $2.99.
$2.99.
I want my 1 cent.
You want your 1 cent? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do $2.99.
Okay.
On social media.
Oh Lordy.
On social media, we put out a question. We're gonna every week. I'm trying to put together these different things to kind of bring some spice to the show.
Y'all were doing the most last week, so I don't even know what's gonna happen.
What you mean, text from the ex?
Yes.
Oh, listen, classic. And I skipped a couple.
I'm glad.
I skipped a couple.
They should have skipped it too.
Excuse me. We got another thing at the end of the show today. That's going to be really good.
I'm about to be as surprised as y'all.
Well, first off, is a would you rather?
Oh.
Would you rather date someone who's perfectly loyal but terrible at communication, or date someone who communicates flawlessly but struggles with loyalty?
Oh, baby, we can go to therapy for communication. Give me the loyalty. We can figure out communication, honey. Text, a pigeon, something. We'll figure that out.
That's what I said too, because I'm horrible at communication.
Yeah.
So
there's remedies.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know if there are remedies?
No, I don't. There's more of a. I don't think there's more of a remedy to communication more than a meeting in the middle.
Yeah, for effective communication, and I think communication is different for effective communication. Looks different for everybody.
True, I agree with you there.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that one. Mm-hmm. So we had 3 comments. We had 2 on Facebook. We had 1 on Facebook, and then we had in our Facebook group message group we had 2. So one was from Casey. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, Capricorn.
She said none. Don't confuse loyalty with consistency. Flawless communication is nice, but what are the actions saying? Healed is what I want. So my response to that was true, but you didn't answer.
I was about to say you got to choose one.
You got to choose one.
Where's the would you rather? We ain't asking for the explanation.
Yeah. So she said communicates flawlessly but struggles with loyalty. So there's one for that. Next person, Hannah. said, communicates flawlessly but struggles with loyalty. Clarify, you mean flawlessly communicate lies and deceit? LOL. Perfectly loyal but terrible at communication. So the perfectly means that they are trying to communicate but it comes out wrong, or the terrible means they're not even trying. The question is not clear.
First off, these dissertations that y'all are writing, I'm going to have to see these to process. Okay.
I get it. I get what they're saying. They're saying, which word are we keying on?
The perfectly loyal or the communicates flawlessly? Yeah.
Is it perfect or flawlessly or is it loyal or communication? I think we're more focused on do you want a person that's loyal or communicates well?
Well, and I think like this is something that is also up for discussion when we're talking about loyalty. Is I think loyalty for women means something different than it means for men.
Oh, explain. I need you to explain.
Because for women, I feel like it means, I'm faithful to you, I'm devoted to you, you're my it, you're the thing.
Okay.
And for men, it means I come home.
What?
It means I come home.
No,
I might do other things on the route to getting home, but I come home. And this is my priority. This is, where it is that I am committed, quote unquote, but I might.
What's the quote unquote? Like,
because can we really do committed if you're out here doing random things?
Okay, what do you consider? If I'm loyal, it's not just coming home to you at night. It's being loyal to you. You can trust in me to do right by you in all aspects. So why is it that? Because women are more shadier than guys when it comes to loyalty. Y'all are more loyal to your friends than you are to the guys.
Nah.
Yeah.
First off, you must not have experienced a really.
I have. Multiple times.
Sold out woman.
I have.
Because women will go to the ends of the earth and scorch it on the way when they're in. Now, if they're not, then of course they might be loyal to any and everything but you. But if they're in there.
So because excuse me. So because a man does not scorch the earth to show his loyalty.
I won't say that men don't.
Because it's not outwardly shown, then that means that they're not loyal because it's not outwardly shown.
No, I just told you what loyalty for men sometimes means.
We come home. No, but but this is to say that they have been doing other things that are not.
But you're my number one.
But are not deemed loyal.
Because that's where that mentality of you're my number one comes from. Like, I am going to be loyal to you in the sense of no one else is coming before you. I'm not going to, you're the top. Like,
yes,
you don't have to have anybody compete with you.
You're over my job. You're over my friends. You're over.
No, I'm talking
you're talking about in purposes of a person that's cheating.
Infidelity.
We're not talking about infidelity in this question. We're talking about just plain out
I think
loyalty.
That loyalty means something different for men than it. Because I think that a cheating man will still call himself loyal.
No.
Yes.
I don't know one that would.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I personally don't know. I do not know one man that would call themselves loyal if they were cheating.
What's the next would you rather? Because we can go round and around this.
We only got one. We only had that one. We got more people made comments.
Okay, well, what was the next comment?
Cousin to the show, EB, said, I'll take the loyalty. Communication can be worked on.
I'm with you, girl.
Evie's a boy.
Boy. Man.
All
Sir.
Right. Tiffany said, for me, loyalty is non-negotiable. It provides a foundation of trust and emotional safety that allows love to grow and purpose to flourish. Someone who communicates well but lacks loyalty may use words to manipulate or mask their actions. But a loyal partner, even with communication challenges, will always act in love and integrity, ensuring I never have to question where I stand.
You need to write a book. Who wrote that?
Tiffany. She's in the relationship status chat. Make sure that you join relationship status chat. If you want to get invited, make sure you email us, relstat podcast@gmail.com. Email should have just popped up on the screen.
Tiffany, that was beautiful.
But it doesn't explain more so to what you were saying?
It does.
Okay, then. So that means you were wrong.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. All righty, then.
Two things can be true at the same time, Yusuf.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so, Feranda.
Let me call your Trinidadian name, Yusuf. Y'all be out here calling him Yusuf. Is Yusuf. See it like his grandmother.
There's something wrong with you.
Saying. Two things can be true at the same time. Point blank in the period.
All right. Well, let's get into, speaking of growth and all of that, let's get into our topic of the day.
Why are you laughing?
Because
what did I do?
Nothing.
I called you your name. Oh, Lord, y'all. He's struggling with this technology again.
A wife helps a man fulfill his potential. Which means a man can be more with a wife than without a wife. And by the way, if you are going to be married, it is going to be hard sometimes because number one, you did not marry yourself. In fact, you probably married the opposite of yourself. And opposites attract until they attack.
Yes.
I just would like to go on record and saying that even if I married myself, it would be hard to be. So, I've listened to that 3 times, and that's the same thought that has popped in my head. When
I know I couldn't marry myself.
I couldn't marry me. That's a lot.
Yeah, I know I'm a.
I
know
annoy
I'm
myself. Okay, there are times where I'm looking at Feranda and saying, "Girl, please go sit down, chill out. It's okay. You're doing a lot."
So, do you think that from what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you need a partner
mm-hmm.
to fulfill your
mm-hmm.
highest potential?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I should answer that in the essay form because that was
you should have.
Yes or no.
Yeah, it was. It was a closed-ended question.
Closed-ended question. Yeah. Okay. Why would you say that?
That's yeah, what you should have said why.
Why do you?
Stop being an English teacher, please.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
Okay. And it said what now? Why?
Yeah. Why?
Wait. What? Why to what?
Why would you say that? Why do you think? Because I don't think you need a person to fulfill your full potential.
Oh, I think I forgot the question. Okay, here we go. I think that you need, and now I'm sounding like I'm really writing an essay. I think that you do need a person to support you in fulfilling your highest potential because you can't do it by yourself. There's going to be people that help you no matter what. And so your helpmate is a specific and unique position that somebody holds that nobody else can and will hold, that will help you to make that unique contribution. I've actually just been reading a book. It's called Our Purpose is Calling by Pastor Darius Daniels. And he talks about your unique contribution, and everybody has a unique contribution, their highest thing that they have to fulfill here on earth. Mm-hmm. And, and he talks about like the process that people kind of go through in order to do it. And everybody does it at different points in time in their life, but we all naturally are gravitating towards whatever that thing is. But yeah, like how much easier is it to have a helpmate? How much easier is it to have somebody alongside you?
I think someone alongside you mm-hmm. helps to make your life better. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they help you reach your own personal highest form of potential.
Yeah.
I think that, yes, they can give you a boost or a push, but what about those people, or be some form of motivation? But what about those people that are intrinsically motivated, who get up with that grind on their mind, like, yo, I'm going to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to be the best person that I can be.
Yeah.
So, I'm not necessarily saying, the only reason I don't agree with it is I don't think I need a wife to fulfill my highest potential. We're going to say potential. Now, if you want to say better quality of life, then maybe in certain aspects, because sometimes...
Okay.
You can miss me with some of it. But
first off, you're getting a wife, you're going to get all of it, okay?
I'm just saying, all I'm saying is in some of that, the apprehension, I think, for some to get married is not necessarily the advancement or the happiness that's going to come from all of their life. It's the other stuff that may come along with it, with that person.
But, so here's the thing. whenever you do marry someone or whenever you're in a relationship with someone, they reveal parts of you to yourself that you didn't necessarily know were there all the time. As we talked about it on the last podcast, we're, both older. And so we know ourselves and have been with ourselves all of our lives. And so we've had a lot of time to get to know who we are, what we like, what we don't like, what's going to work, what's not going to work. But I think the uniqueness of people is that they offer a perspective or a vantage point that we don't always have in our own lives. Like we have blind spots. And I think that those blind spots have to be revealed. They have to be, shown in order for us to, number one, confront them. And then number two, be able to overcome them if there's something to overcome, or tap into them if they are a treasure that we didn't even realize that we needed to have or that we had. So I think like that's why I say that a person or a wife or even a husband, I mean, I know he's specifically talking about a wife, but I think that either one of their purposes is to support you in fulfilling whatever your highest potential is.
But then that brings us back to the last episode where we talked about support and a person supporting a person and how long do you support said person and all of that. And I think that, so do you think marriage changes how long you do help this person reach their highest form of potential?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, first off, how often have women heard the saying, don't be doing wifey things for a boyfriend, right? Because the wife title does change things. It changes timelines. It changes commitment. It changes, how much I'm willing to put forth, what I'm willing to give. And so, yeah, 1,000%. I think that what I'm willing to support you in as a girlfriend is not the same of what I'm willing to support you in as a wife.
Is it because you could always be out?
Yeah.
But at this age, shouldn't it be, I'm a girlfriend, like we're on the track to get married. I'm with you as a girlfriend because we're on track to get married. So shouldn't that give some form of leeway in the sense of, okay, I know he's not there yet, or I know she's not there yet. Well, how long is that?
What do you mean?
Like in that stretch, okay, like I was engaged at one point, and I was engaged for like 5 years.
Oof.
Like, and
it's a long engagement.
Yeah, because
you knew. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I was fine. She knew. Like, she knew she didn't want to.
Okay, somebody knew.
And it didn't manifest itself until, because I straight up said, I was like, you ain't want to get married. She said, yeah, I didn't. I didn't.
How did that make you feel?
I was good. Was
this after it was over?
Yeah, it's after it was over.
Okay.
I mean, we cool. So, like, to me, the breakup hurt. But in retrospect, you go, well, why did the breakup really hurt? When you knew to a certain degree she didn't want to be there. And it was just the time that was put. Because sometimes we go, hey, I have all this time spent, so I'm going to stay because the time is spent. And the longer you stay with this time, the worse off it becomes walking away. Or the more difficult it becomes to walk away. And I think that in that sense,
because you're going through a divorce.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not have to go through the courts in order to do it, but you're going through a divorce.
And it's difficult when you've seen something and you're like, I could see my life going somewhere with this person. I know where I wanted to go, and it doesn't get there. So,
yeah, but I think like that's why we have to be careful to not give girlfriend, boyfriend, or give wife, husband privileges to girlfriend and boyfriend situations, because if it does not materialize into becoming girlfriend, boyfriend, a wife, husband, then you've risked so much that you can't get back.
Yeah.
Of yourself, of your heart, of all of these things, which is why are we being engaged for 5? Why are we being engaged for 2 years at this point? Like, we know.
Okay, well, how long? How? Okay, let's take engagement off the table. How long is it in? And we get the cheese. We got off topic. But how long is it? How long should a relationship be before you walk away? How long is too long for a relationship?
Girlfriend, boyfriend.
Girlfriend, boyfriend without being married.
Oh, without being married.
Now this is
At
on
this big age that I am.
This is on the that both people were on the same page the entire time. Because sometimes, you know, he been in a relationship for 2 years, she been in it for 6.
I just figured out I like you for real. We can go ahead and start this right now.
Or vice versa. Or vice versa. You know, he been in the relationship 8 years and she been in it for 2. For 1.
First off, no. Usually that is the man that is that just decided yesterday, and I'm in my head like, what you mean? I thought we been here. So yeah, I think at the big age that I am right now, 6 months to a year.
A relationship 6 months to a year before an engagement.
Yeah.
The engagement a year or less?
Yes. What we doing?
No, all I did
What about you?
was ask a question.
I want to know your timeline.
I don't have one.
You got a timeline.
No, my timeline is when the time is right. Like when I feel.
How long do you think that it takes a man to know? Or at least be 85% sure that
Because I've been on two.
long term.
I've been in 2 ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
One,
Mm-hmm.
the first time I got engaged, I didn't know I wanted to marry her until there was she ended up in a car accident,
Mm-hmm.
and that was 3 years off and on, 3 maybe 4 years off, just being off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. Drama here, drama there, drama here, drama there. The next person is about a year in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know a year, maybe a year and a half in. So I've been on the longer side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been in relationships that lasted a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And
but I'm saying now that you are
didn't get to that. I don't know. I still go
where
with
you are.
I'm still leaning on the when I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I'm like, yo, there's always a moment, I think, for men
Mm-hmm.
that
And it don't take that long.
No, I don't know.
Doesn't.
For every man,
Y'all might convince yourselves.
no, I think
but
I think it's
take
different.
that long.
I think it's different. Like I think that that time is that moment, that aha moment, that's something that goes, yo, I could spend the rest of my life with her.
Yes.
I think that when and I've had those moments in different timelines, and at my age now, I can only lean on my experience. I was wrong the first 2 times.
My God.
So of course, for me now, I've been wrong the first 2 times. So for me now,
Help him be right this third. Third time's a charm.
yeah.
You're going to get it right this time, sir.
Yeah, well, what I would hope is that I either get that feeling early
Mm-hmm.
or I'm able to recognize the feeling, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Mhm.
Because it's my feelings have what's the word I'm looking for? Have deceived me before. My superpowers have deceived me before.
So here, not your superpower, because there ain't no superpower if it deceived you.
Exactly.
So let's not call it that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my feelings have deceived me before, and I've been
Maybe
wrong
you shouldn't
on
operate
both
out
times.
of feelings.
Well, if I turn but that's where I am now, is I'm being extremely logical.
I mean, no, I ain't say be extreme in nothing.
No, I'm just saying now there
gotta be a balance.
I am being logical, trying to take my feelings out of stuff and being for real about my feelings, which make it difficult to be like, okay, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the moment. That's when I feel it. That's, I had a conversation with my friend, right? He's about to get married.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'm gonna be at the wedding.
Friend.
And,
You gonna be in it?
Nope, not in the wedding.
Oh, you gonna buy
But
a suit
it's a
to go to the wedding?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
You gonna rent it or buy it?
I'm gonna buy it.
Okay.
I'm not in the wedding, so I'm not renting.
So why you can't buy a tux if you was in it?
No, I have a tux that I own.
Oh, okay. Probably not for his wedding, but all right, go ahead.
I have a tux that I own, and then when I was engaged, I had bought my suit for the wedding.
Okay.
That's still hanging in the
Oh wow.
in the
So
closet.
y'all had plans. All right.
Yeah, it was plans. It was plans, and even though she bought her dress and all,
But you said you was talking to your friend.
huh? Yeah, I was talking to my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he just looked over. They've been together. They have a kid. Been together for a while. He said he just turned over one day and was like, "I'm gonna go buy a ring today." He went, bought a ring, set up some stuff, and went ahead and got engaged. For him, his aha moment, it came to him laying in the bed, rolled over, seen her, and was like, "Yo, this is it. Like, what more could I want in a person?"
So I have two comments here. The first thing that I am coming to realize and understand about relationships is
nice nails.
Thank you. I got them done the other day.
Yeah, see, you didn't got no space in it, so I know they just got done. But go ahead.
Yusuf, sit over there and be quiet, okay? Before you get on timeout. Anywho, what was I even saying? Oh, the first thing is that most relationships, or not even just, it's like multiple choice. You've taken a multiple choice test before.
Mm-hmm. And got it wrong, too.
Specifically taking like the SAT or some other standardized test.
Mm-hmm.
There are always good choices, and then there's the best choice. Yes. So whenever you see something that says the best choice on a multiple choice test, that means that there are other choices that could be plausible. It could work, but it's not the absolute best choice for the answer to the question. That's what relationships are. And I think a lot of times we're out here searching for the one that's going to beat us upside our head and be like, oh, the heavens have opened. This is the one. I don't have to question anything because I know that this is it. When most times that's not even how it works, because there's a billion something odd people on this planet. There's not one good person for you. I think there's one best person for you. And so that's why I say like that balance between logical and emotion has to be a nice blend there. Because you can make it work with a lot of people, but who is going to be the best person for whatever it is that you have going on in your life? And I think like that goes back to that original question then around the fulfillment or the reaching your highest potential. Yeah. And I think like that sometimes is the missing piece. That's the part of the puzzle that kind of starts to fit when we're talking about best, right? Because I can get along with you. We can have a lot of things in common. We can enjoy hanging out. But if I can't serve you and you can't serve me in a very specific way that is based off of, for me, my spiritual growth as well as my potential here on earth, then that's where it starts to kind of waver a little bit. And I can get between oh, you're good for me. You're fine. But are you the best for me? I don't know.
Okay. And your second one?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
You forgot?
I should have written it down.
Yeah. Well, paper and pen. You don't have any.
Yeah, I don't have any. I mean, I could have typed it down on my phone. Maybe it'll come back.
Yeah, and when it does, we'll make sure to address it. But he also, there was a part where it says opposites attract until they attack. Do you think what is your thoughts on? Do you agree with that opposites attract? Because I don't.
You don't think opposites attract?
I do not.
You don't?
I do not think that what a positive and a negative make what?
A negative?
Exactly.
I think I had to think about that.
Exactly.
I don't do math.
And wait, hold on. A negative and a positive make a negative, right?
A negative, yes. A negative and a negative make a positive.
Right. And a positive and a positive make a what?
Positive.
Bingo.
But this ain't a math equation. These are
men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I'm just saying. That's why I don't really. I think
your dad jokes. Carry on.
That wasn't a joke.
I mean,
but that was a very logical.
It was very.
That was very logical, very intelligent,
and a very logical wrong thing.
How was it the wrong thing?
Because
I don't think.
I have never been with a person that's exactly like me.
I'm not saying exactly like you
or like me. Everybody that I've talked to, been with,
communicated. They're not polar opposite. Are they the polar opposite of you? Can you be with somebody that's the polar opposite of you?
They are the opposite of me in the ways that I will allow somebody to be the opposite of me.
Exactly.
But they're the opposite of me.
But in certain spaces, not in. Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm pretty. You're very active in your church.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're active in your church. I won't say very.
I am very active in my spiritual walk with the good Lord Jesus.
Okay, well, spiritual walk with God.
Yes.
I
believe in the higher Jesus.
Could you be with someone who's not?
No.
Exactly.
That is First off, I didn't say that they didn't have anything that we didn't have anything in common.
But that's a part of being
we are
in the things that count. You're opposite in the things that count. I think when
Yusuf,
you're talking about opposites,
the same thing as the man on this here doggone thing. Okay,
no, I am not.
Yes, you are.
Opposites do not attract. I'm thinking
do attract because there's something in you most times that I'm attracted to that I don't have, and opposite.
Okay.
Like there's something in me that the other person is attracted to because they don't have that thing. Like you can't just be with somebody, and I won't say it because there's no one who's exactly like somebody. So I mean, his point is kind of valid just by the natural way of order of things because everybody is different.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I say I don't really agree because I'm talking about in the things that matter to you, that really matter to you. Like you said, things in common. Mm-hmm. You got to have things in common that are not opposite or that are not opposite of what you.
But there are people out here that
like I understand
believe in the good Lord Jesus that I still couldn't get down with
because the attraction is not there, or you might not like other parts of them. Mm-hmm. All right,
or I might not like how they spiritually handle things. I don't know.
Top 3 things that you have to have in common with a person for it to work.
That have to have in common?
Yeah, top 3 things.
Okay. Spiritual walk with the good Lord Jesus. Children, want them, love them, gotta have them. Like, just love children, just in general. Because if you don't love children, then you're okay. And then the third thing would be educated. And when I say educated, I don't mean you got to go and have gotten all of the degrees, but that you like to learn, you like to grow, you
like to read.
I mean, yeah, like you like to grow and expand your perspective. You're not you don't have a fixed mindset around how things are. You're open to change.
Okay. So in those.
What about you? Before you ask me another question.
Oh my gosh, I thought this was the Yusuf part of the show.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I didn't see that segment.
Okay. All right. So my top 3 things needs to have some form of spirituality.
I need you to get more specific.
Well, I've dated in many different realms of religion, different types of religion. So I understand that we all have our own different relationship. Mm-hmm. And whatever you feel comfortable doing, if you got to go to church every Sunday, that's you. Mm-hmm. If you go to the Jehovah's Witness Hall, that's you. You go to the mosque, that's you. I don't care where you go as long as you're going, or I don't care who you pray to, Allah, Yahweh. I don't care what you do. As long as you're doing it with somebody, somewhere, somehow. I have my aunt, even though I don't actively go to church. Mm-hmm. Like I tell people, I got invited to a church here in Florence last week, and we all have to stand in an area after school, and we all talking. And it's like, Coach, you go to church? I was like, yeah, I just got to know. I said, I'll go. Mm-hmm. I just need to know what time the sermon is. And
are you going to leave during the sermon?
And they was like, why? I was like, I just want to come for the message. I don't want the message and to pay my tithes, and I'm out. I don't want to do the praise and worship. I don't want to do the altar call. I just want to come, put my money in an envelope, listen to the message, and go home. Like if there's a podcast, and I'm sure it exists somewhere, a podcast that was just sermons.
Oh yeah,
I would.
All preachers have podcasts.
Not all. Not the one I'm trying to sign now. He need one.
I'm saying like that's a wave now. Like that's something that folks are going towards, especially since now church is recorded for the most part now.
And that's what I'm saying. So like if I could do just that, like so I do that at home. YouTube.
I'll send you somebody. Yeah, he's dope.
Yes, everyone. My aunt sends me scriptures every morning. Mm-hmm. And when she sends it in the morning, I stop what I'm doing, whatever I'm doing. If I'm on a car on the ride, I pull over to the side. I read it. I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious. Whenever it comes through, because sometimes before I leave the house, a lot of times it's after I got to work. And so sometimes when I'm at work, I have to run out to run some errands while I'm at work. And so I have to stop and read it, and I meditate 5 seconds, say a prayer, and then I'm going. It takes me like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. But I don't care what they do. I just want them to have something.
We still on number 1.
That's 1.
Okay, what's 2?
2 is they gotta love kids for the obvious reason. Mm-hmm. And whether they want kids or not, it's up for discussion.
Why you don't want more kids, Yusuf?
No,
Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply." So
no, I can have more children.
Why do you keep laughing when you say that?
But we're gonna have an agreement in place that I'm going to write out. I'm not changing another diaper.
Well, then y'all ain't having no kids.
Well, there we go. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
He will change another diaper.
I will.
And feed the baby. And rock it to sleep and wake up in the middle of the night to console it.
None of these things are true.
They're true.
And then, because at first, for a while there, I was out on it completely. I would not need kids. Another one? Forget that. But now I'm realizing that this is what happens when it's connected to the thing. That sometimes I might, the person I end up with or end up marrying may want a child. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm not doing it without being married.
Okay.
That's not happening.
All right.
We will be married before we even talk about having this child.
And I will tell you, whoever he's going to marry, the kid ain't gonna look like you. Sorry. Carry on.
All right. Be gorgeous.
He has very strong genes.
Just be gorgeous. And then I think the third thing, and it a hustler's mindset. Mm-hmm. I think that I'm the type of person who I see an idea, I like an idea, I go after the idea. And I'm always trying to find ways to grow, to build, to other streams of income. I'm always trying to find these things out because I don't want to be working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I want to find something that's going to make residual income, something that I'm going to enjoy doing for the rest. I enjoy my job now wholeheartedly. Where I work at now is the best place on earth. When you're talking about a job, to have to go to every day, people be at my job be like, I don't what are you complaining about? If
First off, everybody does not have the job that you have at your job.
Hey, now. Hey.
I'm just saying, like, you asking these folks what they have to complain about.
They don't got anything to complain about, man.
You don't have anything to complain about.
And I shall not, or it's things you complain about usually get taken away.
Okay.
So, but no, they need to have some hustle, some grind, some
ingenuity about themselves.
Yeah, some want for advancement. Don't be like complacent with where they are, trying to make moves forward. So those are my 3 things. Some type of spiritual walk with God, as you said, with yours. Has to love kids, because I have, and you know, and my kids kind of love instantly. So if you come into my life, my kids. You got a lot of extended kids too. Yeah, and then there's the extended kids. Then, you know, the extended kids are a whole nother list of people. And then, of course, hustler's mindset. So that would be my top 3.
Okay.
And so my question in that was, see, I don't forget my questions. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My question in that was, in those top 3, nobody can be opposite in those top 3, could they?
In those top 3, but they might not be opposite in the top 3 as far as like they have those attributes, but they could be opposite of me in how it is that they go about pursuing those things or wanting those things. You know, because I think about, I'm a very introverted person. Most times, most days, if you ask me a would you rather, it's going to be in the house, watching TV, chilling,
eating
something by myself. Or, you know, if it's with people, it's a very small, intimate group of people. But most people that I attract are the complete opposite of that.
But how does it? But it does it. But you're not married to, as we know, so it hasn't worked to date.
Well, I won't say that it hasn't worked. That just wasn't my best. I honestly think that the person that I end up marrying is going to be an extroverted person. I just get a very strong sense. Because I mean, I didn't dislike that quality about them because it pushed me, you know, to that point that we made earlier around a person being with someone that's going to support them in meeting their highest potential. that person, and you said it, like being able to push you and support you and help you to see things that you might not be able to see, that quality usually does push me in a way that if we both introverts, we're going to just be sitting there looking at each other.
But I don't know, an introvert doesn't necessarily have to like being in the house.
Yeah.
They may not just be.
They just don't get energy from people. That's true.
Yeah. They just don't have to be in the house. They could be out the house. They could like going out.
Or they might be an ambivert.
An extroverted person could like being in, but not really. I'm saying, like,
I'm trying to think of an extroverted person.
I would like to think I'm an extroverted person.
Yes.
But like, I'm not going to the club.
First off, that ain't the only place to go.
Excuse me. I might go to a bar. Might. And even these days.
You ain't never home.
Because I'm always on the road.
Okay.
And then if I'm either in three places: work, work, on the road, this studio, or home. So it's and on the road is usually related with work. So at the end of the day, like everything, like.
But see, and that's the thing. I would not be able to. My life could not be set up that way. I would break down.
Break down.
Like literally, like you would probably find me in a corner somewhere rocking back and forth after a while, because it's too much. Like, cause even with my job now, it's a lot of moving and sometimes being this place and that place. And there comes a point where I give it maybe about 2-3 weeks that I can go straight, and it's go. But on that 6th day of that 3rd week, there is something that turns off in my brain, and it's like either you go sit down or I'm gonna sit you down because I my body does not. I can't. I have to go refuel. And me refueling is taking time to myself and being in my comfort zone, my safety place, which is either my house or my mom's house, and just letting myself recharge because I've given too much at this point.
Well, I think because like I know me, today was the first day I was in the bed till 9.
Ooh.
Forever. I can't even remember the last. I was just in the bed till 9.
Yeah, no.
Like didn't get up, move around, shake around, do something. Went edited something or went created a graphic. Went watch film, just in the bed watching Gangs of London. Then eventually time came, and then I got up, I ate something, and got back in the bed. And I felt, until I took a shower, got dressed, and left the house, I felt so unaccomplished. I felt like I did nothing. I felt like I wasted a day. I really feel like I wasted the day away.
It's funny because I was actually watching a podcast. I can't even remember this guy's name, and I really wish I could because I would give him his credit. But that's what he was talking about, how somebody was telling him that he is too much of a hustler. Like there's to you and all of your thousands of endeavors, like there's never a time that he is not grinding and going after something. And he said that, folks were telling him that he was doing too much, that, he needed to sit down, he needed to chill out. And he said that he tried for like a month or 2 months, and he felt like he was going crazy because ideas don't stop just because you sitting still.
Exactly.
And so it's like, I'm wasting time. And so he came to the realization, like, I'm wired this way. So anybody that I connect with is going to have to be able to accept this wiring and not see it as something is wrong with me, or I need to, die down or
I think that
kill pieces of myself.
I think that's where I've struggled with people. No, I think these days you got to be specific with women. This is where I've struggled with women. Is I think that whether you believe it's right or wrong, it's just how I'm wired.
Right. And I think sometimes, because, and tell me what your thought is in this, because whenever I see people like that, or, even see people like you, often question, where does a woman fit? And I know there's the whole, like, if you want something, then you'll make time for it and all of that stuff. But how do you curtail or carve out or make a significant enough room for a person to be an intricate part of your life, especially if they have their own things going on too.
I'm going to say it as I'm going to answer this so honestly. People, hold on to your hats.
My God.
Hold on. Hold on. Because people just perked
I don't
up.
have no head.
No. People that were just perked up. They want to hear what my answer is.
Hold on to your head.
Yes, hold on to my hat. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna need for you to figure that part out.
I don't know. I honestly don't know because you know how people say you change for the right person or you this, that. I don't think I can change. I don't believe I can change. I believe
not that part of yourself.
No, not that part of me. I honestly, because I'm gonna end up miserable. I'm gonna end up resenting whoever I've tried to change that part of myself for, or they are gonna end up resenting me because I have not fulfilled my promise to make time or whatever. Like I almost have this thing where it's like, if I have the time, I have the time. If I don't, I don't. And I understand that about me. Like I understand that. And so it's been difficult for people to be with me because I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something. I don't have time to lay there and just talk. You know what I'm saying? I damn don't have time to talk on the phone. Because like any downtime I do have is taken up with something with my kids or talking to my kids on the phone. Cause I got 2 in college and one about to graduate to go to college.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So,
English is out here being great.
Being great. One about to graduate. She want to be a teacher. I told her, ma'am,
don't discourage her.
This is not what we decided when you went to school. When she went to school, what she said was she was going to be, she don't have the right to wanted to be a forensic scientist.
And she has the right to change her mind.
And in true English fashion, they showed her what that curriculum was. And she was like, okay, think I'm going to go be a teacher. True English fashion. Other one's in theater. She's majoring in theater, and this the one that's about to graduate. She wants to major in business. She wants to open up her own coffee shop.
Oh, look at the proud papa.
Yes. I told her she does what she's supposed to do. Daddy will invest.
Okay.
No,
let me know. Let me invest too. I'm trying to get this residual income, that's where I ain't got to do nothing but exist. And money is hitting my account.
She wants to open like a coffee, like a coffee shop / bookstore.
Oh, okay. I'm here for it. I like to read.
Come in and read, and it's something like a mix between where pretty much when they put a Starbucks inside of a Barnes and Noble, but she wants it to be more intimate. Yeah. With waitresses and stuff like that.
I like this.
So it's a dope idea. I think I shouldn't have put it out there in the world, but don't want nobody else take it.
Well, first off, she doesn't know where she's gonna do it yet.
Yeah, no, she don't. But so my phone rings all day, whether I'm talking to high school coaches, college coaches, teachers.
So what
parents,
I'm hearing you say in all of this that you're saying,
like I'm just saying, like, so then when I'm done like if I've been talking all day, it's like even when you were a teacher, even when I was like an in-class teacher, talking all day, I don't want to come home and talk.
But
I really don't want to have nothing to say when I get home.
But it sounds like,
hey, how you doing?
It sounds like you're
had a good day.
Hush, sir. I thought you were tired of talking. Okay. It don't sound like it right now.
Except for when I'm on my podcast, because this is fun. This is relief. This is my therapy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But it sounds like your dreams and your aspirations and your drive might railroad your partner if the partner is not the right partner for you. And it honestly sounds like it doesn't need to be somebody who has, trying to figure out how to say this, and
their own stuff going on.
And no, not because first I hope they have their own stuff going on, because then that'll be a whole other different set of issues. But where they can kind of tie themselves more neatly to what it is that and be a true helpmate in all the things that you have going on. Like they might have their things, but it's you are the like headliner of the show. Does that make sense? Because I don't
Well, I
want
don't wanna
want that to be want that to sound
It's a
messed up.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm not trying to be the headliner of this show.
But you because it's going to take so much energy. The relationship is going to require so much energy to either fuel you, refuel you, or be taken out from you.
Well, that's why I don't really ask. I don't act. I try my hardest not to ask my partner for anything.
What? How does that work?
No, I don't. I try not to ask for help with anything. Like, if you decide to help, then you just decide to help. Like, I'm not gonna go.
But in order for
I'm
them
not
to
gonna
actually be
go,
a part of your life,
I'm not gonna go.
how
Hey,
else?
baby, can you do this, that, and the third? If I do, it is a dire need. Hey, I got to be here. My son got to be over here. Do you mind dropping them off? Like, stuff like that. Like, that is even painful for me.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that the person is actually going to be equipped because they're going to gravitate and be attracted to what it is that you have going on and see a place for them in it. So it won't even necessarily have to be a, will you help me? It'll be more so of a seamless, natural, this is my contribution to, this is my, my position in what it is that you're doing. I think about Kev on Stage and Melissa.
But I mean, they've intertwined their lives.
Yeah, very neatly. But she had to give up a whole lot whenever he decided to go mainstream or, entertainment and all that kind of stuff. But she's done a great job of finding her niche within what he has going on, and creating her own stuff now, like being her own brand. But so yeah, I can see you being a Kev on Stage and having a Melissa.
Well, whatever. Well, yeah. We'll see.
First off, what were you gonna say? The way you cut yourself off like that, it's like you lost hope or something. I don't know what happened. I got hope, friend. It's gonna happen.
I was going somewhere and just like,
y'all send Yusuf some love. Let them know that there's hope still out here in these crazy streets.
All right, well.
Now you ready to close it. You ready to go to the last segment, y'all?
Yep, last segment.
That happened quickly. Escalation. Okay,
Escalation.
What's the last segment today?
All right, last segment today. Hold on. It is called The X-Files.
Oh, gosh.
Hold on now. Dun. All right, so basically, The X-Files is anonymous stories that we've got people to.
Oh, yeah, this one we got to give advice.
Yeah, no, it's not advice. It's not an advice letter. We're just going to talk about, we're going to make some comments about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm scared.
Why are you so scared?
Because these are never, it's always just a messed up situation. Go ahead.
And mind you, I'm trying to opening up the chat now. I haven't read any of them. I just know that they're in there.
You supposed to vet.
This is
There's
where
no telling what we gonna get.
I can hear CL saying that now.
CL, get your boy.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is called, this person entitled it, The Memory Eraser. We were together for 2 years. Whenever my partner brought up something painful, like a time I missed their birthday dinner, they insisted it never happened. At the time they missed another person, I'm sorry.
Oh, they was gaslighting out here.
Yeah, it never happened. You're making things up. I would say they would say rolling their eyes as I pressed harder. He was irritated and said, why are you so obsessed with the past? I told you it didn't happen. Over time, I began doubting my own recollections.
Oh no. Run for the hills. Do not turn back.
So the question
Sheesh. Now they just made you question yourself. When somebody started making me question myself on something that's that big.
Yeah. After being together for 2 years.
My memory is terrible. So if I remember something, then that means it happened. So you ain't about to have me out here thinking I'm going to need to go to the loony bin because you don't want to own up to your stuff. Okay.
This dude.
What's the question?
It's like the Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, I'm like, he has powers. He has abilities. He's connected to a source, not the right one.
So what strategies could she have used to document like an event when dealing with a person like this? What type of strategies do you think that she can use to document events? Like put a calendar on the refrigerator?
First off, in this day and age where receipts are queen and king, I have receipts, honey, for all things. Look, I'm gonna take it to the workplace. Very little should be done that's not in writing. Okay. Because but the thing is, like, if you got to go through all of that, why are we together? Because what? You know you went at that dang on birthday dinner. What happened? Who was there? What color was the cake? What flavor was it? What did we eat? Who was sitting on my right? Like, you know good and well you wasn't at that party.
All right, the next one is the roller coaster romance. We're running out of time. We'll do one or two more. In the first month, my girlfriend was writing me overwhelming love notes every hour.
Oh, no.
Surprise gifts, declarations of forever. Then she moved across the country to be closer to me. 6 months in being here, she vanished. No calls, no texts
vanished
for days. When I reached out to her, she accused me of being too needy and jealous. A week later, the love bombing returned. Long messages about being soulmates, tears over missed family. The cycle repeated for a year before I left.
Well, first off, at first I was about to ask, well, is she still alive? Did you check on her? Is she still breathing? But apparently she's still breathing. I don't know, man.
Is love bombing like people say? A lot of people talk about love bombing, but have you gone through it?
It's a lot. It's exhausting. Like when I say it is the. Let me go on record and saying, guys and girls, if you're the one that's doing it, that is the biggest turnoff ever in life. Like and love bombing for me isn't necessarily I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. It's I want to be with you. I know that you're the one. I know that this is going to be forever. And we just been talking for 2 days. Like, what did I do to make you know that? You haven't seen me be angry yet. Like, there is no way. So yeah, no.
Love bombing.
I can go on a whole rant about that. We won't do that because we don't have enough time. But just know, dial it back, people. Dial it back.
We'll do the rest of them on the next episode because we are out of time. So what did you learn today?
Oh, so much. I learned your top 3 non-negotiables.
It's not a non-negotiable. It's just
those are your top. You said I'm not wordsmithing with you today. But yeah, so I learned that. Let's see, what else did I learn? I learned that. Yeah, everything else I pretty much already knew. That you need a person to help you get to your highest potential.
Okay. I learned that me and Feranda are different in many ways.
Oh.
No, but for real. I think I might have come over to the side that you may need a person for your potential to reach your full potential. I'm still kind of iffy. But like Feranda, everything else I already knew. I stand on business.
I mean, but that was the whole premise of the show. So that means that you learned something big today.
Yeah, I stand on business.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Make sure you join the group, Relationship Status Advice Group on Facebook. You can go ahead and find it. Just type in Relationship Status Advice Group. Make sure you follow the page, Relationship Status, on all social media platforms. Make sure to follow me on social media. You can't follow Feranda because she's not going to pay you no attention.
Well, that's not exactly true.
I'm
on a little bit of a hiatus.
She's on a hiatus.
So you can follow me.
You can follow. Yes, her social media should be popping up there somewhere. And of course, follow the show at RELSTAT podcast on all social media platforms.
You spell that right?
Yep, RELSTAT.
REL.
Yep, REL.
Oh.
STAT podcast. And email us, RELSTAT podcast.
They got it.
.com.
Huh?
No, see, that was email us. The first one was follow us on social media platforms. That
Y'all
last
things
one
too
was email
long.
us.
My Lord.
On that note, goodbye. Till next time. Peace.
Yo.